Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at a genre called Scouse House. Now this is a very niche genre, mainly from the UK. So this is not your typical synthwave track, so if you've come here for synthwave, this video is probably not for you. Again, it will show you that it will give you an insight into a different genre, and this is one of my favourite genres. This is where I originally started out, and I still do the odd mix in this. So I'm not going to keep it. I'm not going to do a massive tutorial. I'm just going to show you the basics of drums, a bass, and maybe a lead, and then we'll go on from there. So we're gonna do this at about maybe 100 and maybe 145 beats per minute. Now this can range from 140 to even 150, 152. I'm going to keep it smack bang in the middle there, about 145. I'm going to build a quick beat. I'm going to add a bass line in. I'm going to draw a quick riff in, and then that'll be it really. I'll sort of end it here. I'll end it there. Again, guys, so anyone that's synthwave or is coming here for synthwave, this is not synthwave, but again, I appreciate if you sort of watch it and give you a bit of an understanding of this genre. So the first thing I'm going to do then is we're going to add a kick in. And we're going to go to this for Vengeance Club Sounds 2. And we're going to go for that kick right there. Bring the volume down. Track 5. So I always assign my kick to track 5. So let's go in and draw a kick in. Oh. There we go. Very basic kick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my master settings. And I'm going to mix into this, and I'll show you what these are. So once they load up, for anyone out there that's wanting to try and copy this. So we've got Invisible Limiter on. We have this Oxford Limiter. Then we have Ozone. And this is just CD Master. That's the preset I've used. And that's just the basic. And I'll add some other settings on. This is just into this. I just want to mix into this so that I know it's sounding half decent. So the kick's got the tail's a bit too long, so I'm just going to take a bit of that tail away by bringing the volume down here. I'm going to add a compressor onto this. There we go. So next I'm going to add in, I'm going to try to add in some hi-hats. So there's just going to be offbeat hi-hats. I'll put this to track 6. Bring the volume down. I'm going to add an EQ into this. I'm going to take away all that bottom end, because you can see here, you don't need any of that. Okay. Next thing we're going to add in is a clap. I'm going to clone this Vengeance one, because the clap I like to use is from Vengeance. It's number 6. Bring that to track 7. Let's lock that. Let's go on to EQ this. A bit of reverb onto this as well, I think. Now, what we're going to do here is we're also going to add a ride as well in. And again, we'll take this from Vengeance. I'm going to go to rides. Now, what we're going to do with this one is we're going to go to this, and we're going to mess around with the envelope. So we're going to have the envelope like that. So that will basically, what this basically means is it will only play the note that you put in. So if you put the note in like really, really short like this, it'll only play that part of the note. I'll show you what I mean now. Yep, and the reason we're doing this is we don't want the notes to bleed onto the next the next note. Right, nice and tight. And then we'll assign this to track 7 because I like the reverb and the high cut on there. Right, 6, what am I thinking? So what I'm going to do now is going to add some sort of panning effects in. We're going to get the hi-hat, we're going to pan this 10 right. I'm going to kick about the same to 10 left. Or maybe not about 6 left. So next thing we're going to do is I'm going to add just something like a loop or some nice sounds in the background. And again, you can use Vengeance, so we'll run through a couple of these. Let's go with that one. So these are at 140. Our track's 145. So we're going to go to time, and we're going to go 1 bar. And that's going to then stretch it to 1 bar. I'm going to pop this in. We'll lock that in place. And we'll assign this to track 8. And we're going to go in and we're going to take away all the low end. We don't want any of that low end in there at all. Let's just dashing it in. And this is something we just want playing in the background, ever so slightly, so we need to bring that volume down. Very, very basic. So the next thing we're going to do is going to add a bass line in there. So bass. What we're going to do with this is we're going to use Nexus. And we're going to go to the SID expansion pack, which is like the old Commodore 64 sounds. I'm going to use, let's take a look, this R-type bass. I'm going to assign this to track 9. That's where I like to put my bass, bring the volume down. I'm going to go in there and we will go with, there we go, let's draw some notes in. So we're going to Alt in, Alt allows you just to change the size of the note. If you don't hold Alt in, it won't let you change the size of it to what you want. Let's draw some notes in. Let's bring it down to G. There we go. That's some notes. So what we're now going to do is we're actually going to go into this mix button here, and we can see there's 2 different sounds playing. Let's turn them both off. Let's see what they are. We don't want that sound, we just want the bass sound. That's the sound we want. So what I'm now going to do is going to go in and just grab one of these boys. Just bring it down. So there we have a very, very simple bass. Okay, so what we'll add in next is a piano. And we're just going to add this in just for chords, just to give us some chords in there. We'll assign this to track 10. Bring the volume down. What was it? G. Let's go G. Let's just go with that. Oh no, let's go. Let's go with A. Let's bring it up to A. Let's copy that. So there's the chords. Right, let's go into the bass now and draw the bass in. Let's go. We don't need that, do we? So we're gonna go with A, F, C, G. So there's our bass notes. Then we'll put the piano in there like that. So let's add some effects in now. I'm going to use this. This is a little sample pack that I made, and I use it quite a lot of my different tracks. So I'm going to always assign my effects to track 1. We got here, like that one there. Track 1. Have a crash 2. Assign that to track 1. So at this point you can add some pads in, maybe, you know, jazz it up a little bit. We're not going to do that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a build-up here now. So we're going to add all these elements back in. This is going to be the build-up, and the build-up's going to be 16 bars long. So this is going to be our build-up, and then at the end of the build-up, it's going to kick in like this. So at this point we could generally add some sort of risers and stuff in. Let's get them right down. And then we can add a drop. Very good, let's get that down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add a snare fill, and we're going to draw this in ourselves and add this in here. I'm going to grab a snare. Okay, so let's assign that to track 1. So the first thing we're going to do with this is we're going to go into here and we're going to turn this off. We don't want this cut by itself because this will cut the snare. We don't want that. Turn the volume down. So this is a design part. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have 8, I want the snare to play a certain pattern. And the pattern that I want is I want it to one snare to hit on every beat, but I want it to be then sort of in the background coming up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. So by highlighting these and only these, it means we can automate the volume of these and without touching those. Then we can go like this. And then once we drag that back up, put it in place, we'll have a very decent sounding. And you've got it going up. So what we're going to do then is highlight them all, bring them over here. We're going to delete these notes because we don't need these. And then we're going to go back, select these all, and then do that. That's going to give us a nice fill. And then we're back in. So now comes a melody. So let's select the piano and let's add a. Stick it over next to synth for now. Let's see what we can use. Let me try this one. No, maybe this one. Let's go for this. Let's volume down. Let's bring the cutoff right down to track 11. Let's see what we've got. Yes. When I'm writing leads, I always melodies, I always bring the cutoff down because I like the sound of it with the cutoff down rather than up full. So we're going to write a melody over this. Let's go with, let's do something like this. Let's keep it the same there. Again, keep this. What's this? It goes down to C, so we can do that. And let's add some bass notes in. Okay, let's bring that one down. And then we can add some extra notes in here. So what's that, an F? And just fill the gaps. And we have another F. And then we have a D. Okay, let's go with that and let's lead. Let's stick this in here. Do we need to go up an octave? No. So what I'm going to now use, I'm going to use Portamento here to give this sort of a pulling effect. We do this by going to modulation here, and we go to this one here. Let's change it to 64. We're also going to turn this down, the feedback, and we're going to add some more in. Let's insert another one, and we're going to just draw in where we want the modulation to go. We're going to move this to get the old modulation going. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to work on the modulation in a second, but first of all, I'm just going to go in and add some effects into this. So the first thing we're going to do is let's get rid of all that. Okay, so let's play it all together. So there we go, guys. That's a very, very basic start to a track. Obviously, there's no pads in there. We don't have, you know, extra stuff in there, extra fills and stuff. But that would be a very, very basic way how you can start sort of a Scouse House track. Like I said, yeah, very basic. So if you have any questions about this or any other questions about this genre, or if you want to know more about the genre, let me know. Again, guys, if this genre's not for you, but, you know, there's certain genres out there that you like that are sort of synthwave related and you want to know a little bit more about them, certainly drop the genre in the comments below and I'll take a look, because obviously there's only so many synthwave genres we can sort of go over without going over them again. So what I like to do is I like to branch out and do other genres as well. And the reason I chose this genre first is because this is a genre that I know very, very well. So if there's any genres out there you want me to look at, go into more detail, or even do like a little tutorial video like this, then leave them in the comment below and I'll certainly have a look for you. And guys, if you hear from a synthwave, don't worry, there's plenty more synthwave videos coming up very, very shortly. But for now, guys, this is about it. Thanks for watching.